Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here. It's day number 139 of Giggling. Welcome back. It's another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. And we are here today to talk about my top 5 favorite rides at Disney World. um, yeah. I paused for a second because I was like, wait, should I do just Disney World or should I say Disneyland also? But that would completely change the list. So I didn't think about Disneyland, so we'll do that one another time. Because I'm not prepared for that. So top 5 at Disney World. So the reason that I'm bringing this up and want to talk about it today is because so my sister and brother are at Disney World right now, and my nephew, and they just went on yesterday. They went on Guardians of the Galaxy for the very first time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, don't you love it?" And they say yes. But John posted on Facebook about how it's his new top favorite ride, and Flight of Passage was great, is in his top 5. So I asked him, well, what else is in your top 5? So Guardians and Flight of Passage, but what else? What are the other 3? What else fills your top 5? And he said, I'll get back to you later. So I still don't know what his answers are. I think that based on a post that he just made, Tron has made the list. As you know, I have not been on Tron yet, so that is not included in my assessment here. Yeah. so this is all the rides at Walt Disney World. My top 5, and not including Tron because I haven't been on it. Also, I will tell you that my least favorite ride is Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I know, sacrilege. Sorry, it's not for me. Okay. Another one low on the list is Rock and Roller Coaster. Not because, well, I used to love it, and then old age set in, and I do not love it anymore. It hurts my head too much. So yeah. So that's like a bonus bottom of bottom of the, like, my least favorite rides. Oh, also, I guess in that same category would be Mission Space at Epcot. Yeah. So, my top 5. I know I'm stalling, but my top 5. Top 5, baby. Okay, so coming in at number 5, I gave this a lot of thought. And by a lot of thought, I mean that probably if you were to ask me again tomorrow, my list might be slightly different because I kind of changed my mind about which one I like more than the other, because I just love so many of the rides. And if I had a top 15, I probably would still be like, oh, but this one didn't make it and I really wanted it to. So yeah, it was really hard to narrow down the top 5. But that's why it's kind of, it is what it is. Like, the top 2 are for sure definite, but the other 3 are, yeah, probably in these spots. So number 5, coming in at number 5 is Toy Story Mania at Hollywood Studios. I love this ride. I love it because it's a game, it's competitive. Even if I'm by myself, I'm still competing. Not only am I competing against, like, the people in my car, I'm competing against myself. I take a picture of that every single time I go on it, and I always try to do better and better. So I just think it's so fun. Like, if I was to go into Hollywood Studios and you said you can only do one ride, it would probably be that one. I really do love it. And I know that, there's going to be other rides that are at Hollywood Studios that have not made this top 5, and you're going to be like, what the heck, you picked this one as in your top 5 and not all these other ones? And I'll be like, yes. Yes, I did. Because I mean, the Star Wars rides are great, but I don't have any sort of like emotional attachment to anything Star Wars. Like, it's fine, the ride is cool, I understand that, and it's really a lot of fun, but I can't call it my favorite because I don't really know anything about Star Wars. You know, like, if it was that same ride, like, but with Marvel stuff, it probably would be in my top, like, for sure, but it's not, so here we are. Also, Tower of Terror does not make the list, spoiler alert. It would if it was the California version, but it's not. So, while the ride itself is fun and I love it, it loses major points for me for the creepiness. Like, I don't like that part. I just do not like that part. So, the ride itself, great. The theme, no good. I mean, I know a lot of people love it. It's just no good for me. So that's why it does not make top 5. I mean, if I did like a top 15, probably be there. Probably even top 10. But here we are. So, yeah, so it didn't make the cut. So sorry. But Toy Story Mania, I love it so much. It's, and then like, I don't know. And then also, like, I have jokes about it now, so that makes it even more fun to think about and talk about. So yeah, Toy Story Mania comes in at number 5 on my list of top 5 Disney World rides. Coming in at number 4. So this is tough. So 3 and 4, I probably go back and forth with which one I like more. Very often, like daily, if not more often than daily. And I feel like as I get older and things like my body can't handle these rides anymore, I feel like one is going to drop down slowly, sadly, and the other one will emerge victorious. But for right now, coming in at number 4 is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad Row 15 exclusively. I love Big Thunder. It has always been one of my very favorites. I feel like I have very vague memories of riding it when I was a kid. I just I don't know, I love the runaway train aspect of it. I love like sitting by myself and like being like thrown about. I think it's so fun. I giggle ridiculous amounts on it. It's just a really fun ride. And it's not like too crazy. So you're not going to get off of it and be like, oh my God, what did I just ride? You know? So that's why I do love it. I do love it. It loses points for the climb up the mountain to get to climb up the mountain, then climb back down the mountain to get into the car. I wish you didn't have to do that. But row 15 is really where you have to sit. If you sit in the front, it's gonna be a drastically different ride than if you sit in the back. So I would recommend anyone to sit in row 15. I guess row 12 and up is okay. But 15 is really the best. So yeah, so row 15, Big Thunder Mountain, number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the one that I fear is going to slide down as time goes on. And that is Space Mountain, also in Magic Kingdom. I love Space Mountain. I know that it's an unpopular opinion, but I love the Space Mountain at Disney World more than the Space Mountain at Disneyland, and most people are opposite. But I really do. I really love Space Mountain. I love like the dark aspect of it. I love that it's like a single line. Row 6 is really great. I recommend. It's another one that I laugh uncontrollably on. It's so much fun. And it's really great to go on with people you know, but then like again, I'm by myself a lot. My mom does not go on Space Mountain, so I do go on that one alone a lot. But it's still just as fun. Like, you're not sitting next to a stranger because it's a single file line. So great. um, yeah, it's just a fun ride, and it feels like you're going so much faster than you actually are. Probably because you're in the dark. And like I like that you can't see because like every drop you don't know that it's coming, so it's unexpected and it makes it more fun. So I really do. I love Space Mountain. That's why it comes in at number 3 on my list. Number 2 is my longtime favorite. I mean, I guess not like long time because it's still a relatively new ride, but it's Flight of Passage over at Animal Kingdom. Um, I love Flight of Passage. It's not like some super thrilling ride or anything. It's just, it's just beautiful. Like every time I go on it, my whole face just smiles so much, and like sometimes my cheeks hurt after. I love like whatever smells they're pumping through. I like that. I think it's so cool that the seat that you're sitting on, like it makes you feel like the banshee is breathing. So it like goes like this and you can feel it against your legs. That's so fun. The whole thing. And like I think that it has such high re-ride ability because depending on where you sit, you get a completely different experience because the screen is so huge and so immersive that everywhere you're sitting is just a completely different view. So I have seen things like when I'm on the top that you don't really see at the bottom, or vice versa. When you're on the bottom and those like rhino things come up at you, like it's like whoa. Or like you're on the top and the wave comes over, you like feel like you have to duck to avoid the wave. Like it's so cool. It just makes me so happy, and it's so beautiful. The most beautiful part is the part that you're like in that cave thing and those things like plop down and like they're glowy, and then like all these pink like flower things pop up everywhere. It's so cool. I love that part. If you've been on Flight of Passage, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really, really love it. And there's a reason why the wait is so long. I mean, also low capacity. But it is really good. It's a really, really good ride. I love it. It makes me so happy. And then coming in at number 1 is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And yeah, I mean, I just had a video about this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about why I love it, but I love it. It's so fun. The pre-show is great. The coaster is great. It's so smooth. It's like Space Mountain, but if Space Mountain was better. It's just a really, really fun, great ride, and I just adore it so much, and it's such a great addition to Epcot. And I just love it. I love it so much. And that's my top 5. There's a lot of other rides that were in consideration for this. Like at Animal Kingdom, I really love Everest, and I really love Dinosaur. At Magic Kingdom, Jungle Cruise is right up there with all these other rides. Yes, Jungle Cruise. I love it so much. And you know, at Epcot, I I love Spaceship Earth. I do. It's one of my tops. And like I mean, Hollywood Studios, I'll be honest, alien swirling saucers would also make the list. It almost did, honestly. Like, I almost tried to, like, package the two of them together, and I was like, no, no, that would be cheating. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because, like, and I was like, as much as you love Alien Swirling Saucers, like, do you like it more than Everest? Probably not. Did Everest make the list? No, so you gotta drop it. See, these are the conversations I have with myself. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me for today. And if you want me to do any other top 5 lists, like maybe my top 5 snacks or my top 5 character meet and greets, let me know and I will try to do that for you. But again, I am very indecisive and it's hard for me to pick favorites. But yeah, so that's my top 5 rides at Disney World. And that's it. I forgot how to end. That's gonna be it for me for today. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.